Hi folks, it's the week that was. It's Sunday the 3rd of November, and as I discussed last week, I actually took some time off and went camping. It was actually more stressful actually being at camping. So a couple of things happened. While I was camping, I can't help myself, I have to check in on Facebook and see what's going on. I saw that Australia coming from near where I was. So I come flying back, got some brochures happening, some flyers, and I went to Gresford and stuck them around, went to Vasey, stuck them around, went to Patterson and stuck them around, and I was putting them in shops and I was putting them in the pub, and anyway, so we were very lucky we got that one home. But while I was at the camping site, 2 dogs came in. You wouldn't believe it. Of all the places, here is 2 dogs running around the campsite. No one knew these dogs. No one knew who the owners were. Anyway, like a good person, pound manager should be, I had a scanner in my car, quickly scanned them, tried calling the contact. Not my dogs, they're my ex's, so yep, that's fine. Called her, said, look, I've got your dogs at the campsite, can you come down and grab them? Anyway, the first thing she said is, yeah, this always happens. I wish people would just leave them alone because they actually do know where home is. And I thought, well, if I didn't have a scanner and I didn't have access to the database, my crystal ball is broken. There is no collar, there is no tag, and no phone number on these dogs. So what am I supposed to do? Take a chance that they might find their way home or get hit by a car? So I really, I think I was sort of like a little bit taken back by that. As it was, I ended up updating their microchip for her and getting all that sorted out. But you think about it, how many of you have a collar on your dog but don't have a tag? There's a lot of people that will call the owner to save it from coming into a pound. And, at first I couldn't get anybody, so I ended up calling the Dungog Ranger, who we also work with, and I said, look, I might need you to come and pick up 2 strays. It's only you, Dee. Only you could find strays on your holiday. I'm like, I hear you. So, I was a little bit taken back that people get so annoyed that animals might get taken to the pound, but there is nothing on a dog to lead you to getting that animal home. And so, if you've got a collar on your dog, put a tag. Even one of those key tags, we keep them in the drawer, don't we, Tani?
Yeah.
Just the ones that you have on key tags for your keys. We just say to them, write the dog's name and your phone number. Sometimes people will flip them over and put, I live at such and such. I think, Tani, I remember at Erina, you engraved one of the tags for your own dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it said something about smack my bottom and send me home or something.
No, smack my bum and tell me I'm handsome.
Oh, there you go. But
we did also have his name and numbers and everything on there as well, but yes.
I do remember about smacking his bottom.
Yeah, smack my butt and tell me I'm handsome.
So yeah, that's one of the things that, and it just sort of blows me away that people get so cranky with someone trying to do the right thing. But anyway, that was my camping trip. I was running around putting posters up for a lost dog that was found where I was, and then I ended up finding 2 strays at the campsite. So it was a great holiday, but it was still a little bit relaxing. One of the things that also happened when I was out putting flyers around, because I went to the Gresford post office and just said, look, can I put a flyer in? When I walked in there, the proprietor of the post office, because they're just little country ones that are managed by people, she said, oh, Dee, don't you go anywhere. I want to give you something. And I said, oh, okay. Next thing you know, she came over and gave me a $110 donation. So Chris sells things in her post office and she donates the money to charity. And yeah, she gave it to us. So thank you so much, Chris. And that's a big shout out to East Gresford Post Office. Thank you. Okay, so we have a few more strays in this time round, which has been more than what we have, and that happens every time I go away. Janine and the girls will tell you it just seems to rain strays. So anyway, it's Sunday Sangers today, so we thought, right, we need to go and get some more things. So this week we've got sausages on a bun. Enjoy.
All right, Dee. Sunday Sangers. What have they got today?
They've got sausage on a bun.
Ooh.
So Don is buttering, because you know everybody's got to have butter as well. We've got to have the good stuff. But what have we got? 26 sausages. But we've just adopted out two dogs today. One went into foster care yesterday. Let's just be honest, it won't come back. Because that was another one of our little dogs. So I think Maggie and Vince and Flintoff, we've changed it from the P word, are going to be loving that they might get an extra
Ooh.
one.
And even Miss Cleopatra as well.
Oh, well. So little Miss Cleopatra went to the vets this week.
And she was going out to rescue this week, wasn't she?
She was, but it actually fell through, which it happens. And I said to the girls, I don't like the look of her stomach there.
No, hold on. We're just going to pause this for a sec. Sorry, guys. We're back.
Yeah, so I said to the guys, I don't like the look of her belly. Let's get her in for an ultrasound. They touched her belly and they said, oh, yes, lots. And I'm like,
We don't like to hear the word lots when we go in for an ultrasound.
no, we don't. It's quite scary, especially when we don't have rescue backup.
Did they say roughly how many they think that she's going to have?
Oh, being that she's probably a first-time mum, she might have up to 13. They can just see that they're...
Oh, hooray!
So she might need 13 of these. I
Yeah,
don't
she
know.
might need a few of them. That's if her poor little stretchy belly is going to have enough space with all those bubbers taking up space in there.
I know. So it's a bit of a worry. They did...
In case somebody doesn't like sauce. I don't like sauce. So maybe
Okay, so we've run out of
run
sauce.
sauce, but there's 3 without.
But Don was just saying she doesn't like sauce, so maybe some of the dogs won't like sauce either, which is fair. Not everyone's going to like tomato sauce.
Well,
Do you like tomato sauce?
I like tomato sauce. Chris isn't a big fan of sauce though,
I
so.
like sauce, if anything.
Ooh, fancy.
so I think we are nearly done, ready to go.
Alright, well what we'll do for the final bits of the preparation, we might pause the video here and then we'll see you when we're out at the kennels. We haven't quite made it out to the kennels yet, because yes, you're sneaking some sausage, but we've also got
I am sharing.
Mr. Grumbles.
I'm sharing, aren't I, bud?
Oh, no, he didn't want that big bit. You might need to break it up for him.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I felt the grazing of my finger.
Good boy.
Alright, we are ready. Not, I have to say we're half a bun down, but I have to do quality control. Every manufacturing plant has quality control.
Do you want me an exercise run, leave the 4 big ones in exercise run, or?
Yeah.
Oh, Maggie.
Alright, let's do it.
Have you been eating?
Oh,
She has had half. Apparently it's quality control.
Oh, okay. I've already done that, mate.
And look, they've already got our Christmas tree up, guys. We're barely in November and I'm already dealing with Christmas. Look at this. They've got it everywhere.
Alrighty.
Alright guys, so I apologise, it is very barky here at the moment.
Would you like? Oh, there. I've got yours. I've got yours here. There you go. Look.
Oh,
Good stuff.
Ginger's already... Oh, she's eating the bread first. You don't want it, darling?
I think this one's going to come and eat it on
Yeah,
you.
I think Ginger's going to eat it for you, kid.
Oh, she's already going. Okay, we'll give her your other half.
Did you just drop a sausage on her?
I did. Oh my God! The beagle! I'll protect the sausage.
Well, I think we know who's going to be... Oop. I think we know who's going to be naughty dog next week. Goodness me. Ginger, where is your manners?
No!
You're okay, Amy. You're okay, darling. You might want to eat your sausage, darling, because she's going to eat it for you.
I cannot contain this beagle, I'm telling
There
you.
you go. Good job. There you go. Good girl.
Eat it.
Good job, baby.
It's a full-time job, wrangling this one. She's like, give me.
Yeah, because she's trying to get those ones.
Hello.
Or she can
Yes.
smell your one that you just ate. Good
She's just
girl.
realised I've got the container.
Yep.
Oh, Nellie got the sausage.
Good girl,
You
Amy.
have to share.
I think she's realised how good it tastes, so she's already gone in.
It's not safe to release her yet, I'm telling you.
Good girl, Amy.
Okay.
Hooray!
I will be back.
Cuties.
There's going to be another one. We estimated that there would be 2 each. Oh, hello.
Hello, Jinx.
Would you like?
Oh, God, that didn't last long, did it?
No, it did not.
That didn't last long.
Here you go. Here's your other half. Hello, Flintock.
Hey, cutie boy.
Hello, baby.
Hi, buddy.
Cheers.
Straight to his bed again.
He's always so polite. You know what it is? He's eating the bread roll first, and he's saving his sausage.
Saving best for last, hey?
Uh-huh.
We
His
know you're there,
father.
buddy. Yes, it's
Fine.
coming. It's coming.
Oh my gosh, he's left the sausage on his bed. See?
Oh, you did leave the sausage.
He's a bread boy.
I mean, I love my bread as well, I'm not going to lie. Oop, no. You've got to eat what you've got, buddy.
Eat what you want. We'll do a round and then come back. Oh, where's Lena? She might be still on the back row. Oh, no, Maggie.
It's dangerous, remember, Dee.
Oh, I remember.
Woo, you can't come out, kid. You got to keep eating.
Oh,
my goodness.
Okay, Max. Yeah.
Well, she's taking her time with this one. I've never seen her eat so slow. Good girl. So we're going to come back to you, buddy.
Would you like to give Poof his?
Ooh, what is, look at his face. What is it? gentle. Good boy. Such good manners. Goodness, he's cute. Oh. That one was a bit quicker.
He knows how good it tastes now.
Yeah, now he's got a taste for it. Oh, sorry, darling.
She's dying.
Sorry, Luna. Oh, good. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? They're not lasting long.
Right, madam. Here you go, darling.
Oh.
Is that good? Is that yummy? Now we have the pregnant one, who is very vocal.
Hello, darling.
Okay.
She's ready for it. Never get between a pregnant woman and some food.
Apparently not. Here you go.
That went quick, didn't it, kid?
As you can hear, Jinx is saying, get back here.
He's just going to have to wait his turn.
First and then have the bacon.
Not Flintoff. Flintoff ate his bread. Both lots of bread first.
And left his sausages.
Yeah.
It's probably what Jinx is
Well, he's
barking about.
Well, he's definitely not celiac then, if he prefers his bread. You ready for your next one? Here you go, girlfriend. Okay.
No, you still got it, girl.
You can see she's missing part of her ear.
Come on,
Here
pretty
you
face. So quick with it.
Okay,
right.
back through again. Okay. Would you like another one? Would you like another one, darling? She's so gentle.
Wow, she's beautiful.
She's a bit skinny.
Hello,
Aren't you,
darling.
darling?
An extra one.
She needs an extra one?
Yeah.
All right. John says we have to give her an extra one. Ooh. All I saw was teeth.
That one didn't even touch the sides. Goodness me.
Well, because they've got extra, yeah, I think
Woohoo.
just give the pregnant one.
Is that good? Yeah, is that
I
good?
had to wrestle with the beagle so that the poor beaglee could get hers. It took her a while to work out that it was good.
Okay.
While I wrestled with the beagle, holding her by the collar, like, I must get it, I must get it.
It was pretty funny, I'm not going to lie.
What's your last one?
Of course I do. I'm not going to say no.
Good girl.
Don, you can give both his.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, extra.
He's had 4.
You had 4, buddy? Oh my goodness, look at your cute little face.
Well, they said extras, mate. Is that you?
Ooh, yeah, it is.
Puffy.
So please. Can't get my focus. Oh my goodness. Where is
Are you
she?
saying you want it?
Where's my poor starving girl?
Okay, apparently she's... Apparently we're very mean to her.
She's starving, guys.
Yeah,
She's
obviously
clearly
she-
wasting away.
Would you like another one, Mags? Okay. I think what we might do is go to Jinx because Jinx is now off at the moment. Do Flintoff and Jinx, and then we can wrestle with the beagles.
You've still got 4 there, 6 there.
We might need to take the sausages out and give some to the cats. Oh, he's ready. He's up and ready.
Do you want some? Here you go.
Good boy.
Where-
Gotta chew it, bud. My goodness.
And here is our beautiful little boy.
Oh, he's eating his sausages.
Have you eaten it? Okay. Oh, hang on. We've just got to get the bread away from the sausage first. He's obviously one of those ones that he saves the best for last.
I think he might be a bit autistic because I do that as well. I have all the bits that are nice but not my favourite bits and then save my favourite for last.
Aren't you scared of getting full?
No. Me get full? No. Never do. I don't think I've ever been full in my entire life.
Really loves his bread.
My goodness. You're so noisy. Yes.
All right.
Did he eat the sausages in the end there?
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes them large. That's a bit large.
Do you know what?
Get the dried bread out the road first.
I think maybe we might. It fell out. I didn't do it on purpose.
No, of course.
And we'll just see how excited he is for.
Well, that didn't defeat the purpose, did it? Because he still liked it.
He's like, something's wrong here. Is that yours? Okay. Here we go.
Oh, you've come back up, have you?
All right. There you go. Somewhere along the line, someone did lose the sausage. Oh, there it is. It goes into that one. Okay, there's your bread.
I think Flintoff wants another one.
You want another one, bud? I think you can have whatever you want.
Jinx, you can't have all of them, bud.
Look at that face. You want it? Your last one. Okay. All right.
All right,
so
let's
we
go wrangle
have-
the beagles again, hey?
Let's do the bagels. Excuse me. All right. Are we going to want some more? Okay. Here is yours. Go, 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 go. Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Get it, Amy.
You got it.
Get ready to grab a D.
I'm there. I'm gonna entice her. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get it, girlfriend.
That is the slowest beagler I've ever.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's quicker this time around, though.
Woo!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we're missing a
Ginger's clearly quicker, though. Here, do you want me to hold? I'll hold on to this.
I'll take one, Red. There you go. Since I was responsible for not being quick enough. Your nose is going to get you into trouble, girlfriend. Okay. Oh.
Typical beagle.
Good girl. No, you're not self-serving. Can we see?
Yeah, I think you can just let her go. I don't think she's gonna eat the bread.
Oh, she's helping herself. Okay, go. I know where the food
Hello. Can we help you with something?
Are you wanting something like this, Max?
Look, Ginger's already finished.
It's here. It's here. Ooh, no. Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Mags, you've already had yours.
look at this. She's
I've got
looking.
one left and she can see it. This isn't your kennel. No, it's not your. Oh, that's very good sitting. That's very good sitting.
I've got a beagle here trying to get it.
All right, miss. This is the very last one.
Okay, and we've
Oh,
got this.
no, you can't come in. Where are you going? This isn't your kennel.
We've
Oh my
got
goodness.
This one. Look at the bowl.
Did you finish your sausage, darling?
Is that all of them done, or is?
Yeah, they're all gone.
Hooray.
That's it, Mum. You're quite enough.
All right, guys.
You're not sitting there anymore.
Well, that's
Come on.
Sunday Singers.
Sunday Singers and the dishwasher. Thank you. While I was away, we had a lot of strays come in, and a lot of them were multiple dumpings. One of those dogs that actually came in was a cattle dog, and the lady had said to Janine that she found it about a week ago. And Janine said, well, you actually do realise that when you find a stray, you've only got a very short window to bring them in. Otherwise, it can be considered theft. So when we started to investigate, we actually found that those people had found the dog 3 months ago, kept the dog, and for whatever reason, it wasn't starting to work out in the home, so they wanted to say that they found it a week ago. We consulted with council, and council said, no, absolutely, it's not a stray. They've kept this dog for 3 months. They can be considered to be the owner now. So we said to them, look, has the dog been scanned? Yes, it had no microchips, so that's why they kept it. So they were told, look, we're happy to come out. We're going to come out and do a free microchipping for you and everything like that. But you can't now turn around where you've kept this dog for, you know, a third of the year, or quarter of the year basically, and now decide that it's a stray and that you can no longer have it. Yep, they were fine with that. Next thing you know, the dog ends up being called in by a total different person. The girls recognised it straight away that it was the same dog, but the finders were having nothing to do with it. The people that originally found it, no, not my dog. It can't come back here. Basically, it's not ours. So that was one incident. The second one was a boxer that was taken into the local vet. Now, the finders took the dog in, handed it to the vet practice. It was fine. They were able to take it out the back, put it into a cage. The very next morning, they went to get the dog out, and the dog was displaying unreasonable aggression to them. They had to call a ranger. The ranger had to pull the dog out of the vet practice. The dog then had to be pulled into here from the ranger's vehicle and had to go into our dangerous dog run. It was still in the name of the breeder, and the breeder was like, I don't know who we did. We thought we'd done paperwork, but we can't find it. So then there was a Belgian Shepherd coming, and she had been spotted out and about in the community for quite some time. She'd been found near a go-kart place at Kersley. Ultimately, she ended up being caught by the ranger at Neath. So there's a little bit of a distance, but when you're roaming between the bush, it's quite doable. So that dog was also microchipped, also to the last owner. Now, here is something that's happened. Every stray that comes in, I investigate if I cannot find an owner straight away. I give it my all. These dogs depend on me doing my job, and it's something I take very seriously. And I think my sister-in-law best describes me, I'm like a dog with a bone. I won't let it go. So you'll see that I took Leanne out with me on an investigation, and I have to say, we may have stopped off at Curry Hot Bread Shop. If you've never had curry hot bread, my God, you don't know what you're missing. It's pretty good, and their cakes are really good. So you'll see some photos of that. What ended up happening with those strays in the investigation, I was able to prove that yes, the finder of the cattle dog was actually friends with the people that kept the dog. They were asked by those people to lie to a ranger. They didn't realise the position they were put in. They were lying to a government officer, they'd lied on the stat deck. These carry penalties. And I said to the lady when she came in to do a statement about what had happened, I said, why would you do that? I said, why would you put yourself in harm's way like that? Why would you do that? And she said, I'll never do it again. I said, no, don't ever do that. In regards to the boxer, I proved that the finders who took the dog to the vets were members of the owner's family. And yep, everyone has a sad tale of why they do it. But at the end of the day, that dog was so badly affected, he had to be polled. When his owners came here to come and get him, his tail was between his legs until he realised who they were, and then he went running to them. I don't think he actually realised what they had done was supposed to be forever. To him, he was so grateful that, hey, they dropped me off to daycare or wherever and they've come to get me. Great, we're going home. That was the sad thing about it. He was really, really badly affected. Now these people, I do feel for them. They've been evicted from where they are because they've sold the property to developers and they cannot find anywhere to go with a dog. Every time they put an animal on the application, they are getting nowhere. This is not right. We see this day in, day out. Every phone call is people are being penalised because they want to have a companion in their lives. And things change. This has to stop. It's not right. Now, I've reached out to Boxer Rescue and I've spoken to them, and they're going to be helping this family rehome the boxer the right way. With the cattle dog and stuff like that, we always offer assisted rehoming. There is a right way and a wrong way to do things, and too many people are picking the wrong way. What happens when you pick the wrong way? You face charges, you face costs. Instead of doing the right thing, people are choosing to do the wrong thing, and sometimes it's the animals that aren't coping. Now, who wants to put their hand up and say, I want to take that snarly dog on a catch pole, I want to save that one? Most of them will say, no Dee, I'll help this friendly one over that one. You know what? When they came and I walked side by side with this dog, he was back to being a normal dog. So the trauma that was caused to them, it really does affect them. So please think about that if you are actually thinking about it. Now, we had one yesterday, didn't we, Tani? You took a phone call from a young lady, wanted her dog gone today?
Yeah. Well, yeah, yesterday.
But
yeah.
That was the words. I want someone to come and get my dog today.
Yeah.
And the lady was going into hospital on Monday. And Tani said to her, look, well, our wait list is quite extensive. You know, because you're going into hospital, there are some great organisations out there that actually can help you. And one of them is obviously RSPCA. They have programs for like safe beds and for people going into hospital and stuff like that. But there is another really, really amazing organisation called Pause and Recover. And we've actually called on them a couple of times with people going into hospital. And we've even had one person who went into jail for, I think it was only for a month's time. And these guys are really amazing. They call for foster carers, and they look after those animals in the home environment, and then when people come out, they get their animals back. So, you know, we were able to resolve it. We reached out to Pause and Recover. they were immediately, yep, let's get this sorted and try and help them. But thankfully, we did have a member of the lady's family come racing down to the pound, because she was actually a bit worried that her relative might do something silly. But she got herself caught out anyway, didn't she, Tani? Because the first thing she said to Tani was, "Oh, was it Tani? I'll just call the council."
What do you think? Like, do you think if I just called the rangers, they'd come and get it? And I said, "Do you mean as a stray?" She said, "Yeah." I was like, "No, mate, that's illegal." She's like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, she was going to do the exact same thing that these other people had done as well.
And then we also had to remind her, Bom Bom, we're actually also the council pound. So while you're telling us that you're going to call the council and get the dog in as a stray, she didn't realise she was actually calling the pound as well. So it sort of didn't go down too well either. But again, what we have found is we are actually helping people find alternatives. The people that are actually coming to us and speaking to us, we have actually found alternatives for them. And we've actually got a case where a dog was out roaming. Rangers stopped to grab the dog. The gentleman come out and said, "That's my dog. What are you doing with it?" They said, "Okay, well, you're going to have to be compliant." The guy said, "You know what? I don't want the dog. Don't want it. I'm going to surrender it." The dog ended up going to RSPCA. It was quite skinny, and it went there as a welfare concern. After a while, RSPCA reached out to me and asked if I could help them with this dog. I actually did come up with a solution, believe it or not. So when I was actually looking to prove who the owner was and everything like that, because at this stage we weren't 100% sure if he was the owner at that point in time. He was very up and down. As I was door knocking, people recognised the dog and they were actually able to direct me to where the dog lived. And, I can tell you now, 3 people said to me, "If he doesn't want the dog, I'll have the dog. I would love to give that dog a home. It's a beautiful natured dog." And that's exactly what we did. So RSPCA said, "Look, by any chance, DA, can you help us with this dog? They're at capacity as well." I said, "Yep, I'll be over." Went and got the dog, took the gentleman with me. We did, we helped them get the dog into their name. The dog was flea and wormed and vaccinated, and actually RSPCA chipped in and desexed the dog for the gentleman, has offered to do the desexing. So it worked out really well. So in all those cases, we virtually 95% came up with a solution to help every one of those single people with their problems. So, sometimes they always say, what's that saying? Honesty is always the best policy. Because sometimes if we know what we're dealing with, we can help.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I really, really want to emphasise, if you're rehoming your pet, please be careful who you're rehoming to. We often see people, we often get strays in here that are microchipped, but they're still to the old person, to the old owner. Some people do paperwork, some don't. You've got to actually realise that you are legally responsible for that dog if it's still in your name. It is like a car. If you don't do a notice of disposal and that dog does something, you're held responsible for it. But I've had a situation where the guy did exactly the right thing. He did a change of ownership. Now the dog was found in the bush. It's our Belgian Shepherd girl, and he provided me with a change of ownership. Immediately I called the number on the change of ownership and the phone number was disconnected. Now he only rehomed the dog a week earlier. So then I looked at the address and I started to look into the address. The address was false as well. Couldn't find the person listed as that name either. So trying to do a trace on that lady, she didn't exist. I then started to look into it a lot more and realise the number they called the person off is not the number that they put on the paperwork. It is really imperative that you verify their ID. You've got the right. You are handing over your beloved companion, your pet. Yes, you've had to rehome the animal for a reason. Take that final step and yes, get that form. Their life depends on it. Because if something happens, you want them to be held responsible. But don't trust what they wrote on a form. We've just learned that this week. I want you to say to them, would you mind, I need to verify your ID. Have a look. If you get that license and it's got a different address on it, write it on the back. Snap a photo of their ID. If they don't want you to do it, start asking yourself why. Why don't they want me to verify the ID? Verify my name. Because I tell you what, their life might depend on it. Now we all saw where a celebrity has been arrested, where he has taken animals off Gumtree for free, snaps photos with them, sends happy reports back that the animal's doing well and everything like. But the reality is, he'd already raped and tortured those animals. They were already dead. Sometimes, I think in one story, when they got an update, the dog was already gone. I'm not doing this to scare you. I'm asking you to safeguard those animals. Know who you're rehoming to. Verify them. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. I can't tell you how many times we've cancelled an adoption here, haven't we, Tani?
Mm-hmm.
And we only did one, would it be a month ago? Where we didn't feel comfortable with a certain gentleman.
Yeah, it was only, maybe even less.
It was
About
even
3 weeks
less.
ago.
We saw the way he was treating people that were with him, and he made some rather uncomfortable remarks towards the animal, and we went, no, I'm sorry, we won't rehome to you. We have no qualms about saying no if it doesn't feel right. It is our duty to make sure that when we rehome, we're actually doing it responsibly, and we want it to be their last home that they go to. So you know what? If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Too bad for them if they don't like it. We don't have a problem with doing it, do we?
Nope.
We even get abused for it.
Mm-hmm.
We're tough. We don't care. Last week when we went to do some investigations, I said to Leanne, I just need to do a quick stopover. I talked about a dog that we had to put down because it had killed another animal. And the family were going through a pretty hard time. They'd lost their mum and partner. And they didn't have 2 cents to rub together to cremate their dogs. So Don and I did it. We cremated Tank. They didn't know that we'd opted to do that. And Kylie from Furry Friends Cremation actually jumped in and helped us and reduced it right down to what Don and I could afford, which was amazing. So Leanne and I actually went and delivered Tank home to a very shocked family that they had their boy back. But to me it was an honour to take him home. It's getting hotter, and we're seeing some really, really scorching hot days, and I just want to give everybody a gentle reminder. There's been things on the news where some animals have died in cars and stuff, so just a gentle reminder. you don't want to have that heartache of losing your animals in a hot vehicle. It does happen very, very quickly. So just, you know, if you're going to leave them in the car, if it's possible, leave the aircon on, have one person sitting in the car with them, or just leave them at home. My own father is very guilty of that. He's always been that person to take his animals with him, and I've had to really drum it into my own father. It's too hot, Dad, don't take the dog in the car. Even if you're going to be in that supermarket for 5 minutes, 2 things might happen. The dog's going to die, or someone's going to smash out your window and get that dog out. So I've had to really educate my own father about sometimes it's safer to leave him at home. Also, my father is a very big walker of his dog. He takes the dog out 3 times a day. I don't know how the dog has so much energy, but he does. But, and I always have to say to Dad, if it's too hot for you to walk Dad with no shoes on, don't take the dog out as well. If your feet are burning, theirs is burning. So, you know, I've had to educate my own father to stop, think, how would you feel? And, you know, don't forget your pocket pets either. It's been pretty warm over here, and what I do for Russell, I've got watermelon in the fridge here. I'll take him out a nice iced piece of watermelon and he'll help himself to it. So here's a pic of Russell Crowe having his watermelon. So we've had some adoptions and some rescue saves. So last week we actually talked about Dolly and Molly, our pregnant cats, went off to rescue. We let you know that Dolly gave birth the day after leaving here, and instead of having the 3, she had 5. Molly went a couple of days later. Sadly, she lost 2 of them. 2 of them were stillborn, but she does have 2 more kittens that are doing extremely well. We've also had another pregnant cat come in, so it is the time for, remember I was talking about up the duff season? So we have Squawk, who is a pregnant cat, so we've sent her off to a rescue this week, and I dare say she'll be giving birth anytime soon. Also, we suspected our Belgian Shepherd was pregnant as well, so we sent her over to the vets. I think they barely touched her belly with the ultrasound, and they said, oh yes, she's very, very heavily pregnant. If it is her first litter, we can expect probably up to around 13 puppies. I think the look of me was like, no, I think I like it when it's 3 or 2 or 1, but at this stage we haven't got a rescue lined up for her, so we are busily trying to line up a rescue for her, because obviously we don't want her to give birth in the pound. So anyway, that's our pregnant girls. So with rescue, we had Squawk go off to rescue, but we've had some dogs go out this week. We're pretty excited. Honey went out to foster with one of our co-workers. We're hoping to turn that into a foster to adopt. So at all counts, it's going very, very well in the household, so we're very happy about that. But today we've had a double adoption, haven't we, Tani? We've had a bonded pair come in, Candy and Maple. They're our little bonded pair dashhounds. They got adopted today. And we also had another cat adoption, which we're really excited about, because Callie 2.0, and we didn't name her Callie 2.0, she was already named that. She's come in as an older kitten, and it's always harder when you start to say, people say, have you got any kittens? We say, yeah, we do. She's 6 months. They look at you and like, oh, no, that's too old, you know. Now we consider a puppy and a kitten to be a puppy and a kitten until they're 1 year old. Hell, I've got a golden retriever that's 13 and I would still say he's puppyish. But yeah, they don't seem to get the traction once they start getting over a certain, I think really once they get to about 9-10 weeks, people start to look at them as like, no. So it's really exciting when we can do an adoption to a 6-month-old cat. It's great. We're excited. So as you know, I took off for a few days just to have a little bit of a respite, and I read while I was at the campsite that Janine had done a blog, and Janine had been inundated with strays, and obviously the girls cop abuse all the time. I don't think people actually understand what this job entails. We get screamed at, we get cried at, we have things thrown at us, we've been slapped and assaulted, we've been spat on, and you know, so it does take a toll on the girls and everything like that. So anyway, I happened to call in on my way to shopping to grab some stuff, and Janine nearly had a heart attack, and it was because I was wearing a dress. I don't think she's ever seen me in a dress, so she's like, oh my God, look at you, and took a photo. So here's me in a dress in case you never see me in a dress again.
Oh dear, it's been a longer video this one, but we're at the happy, sad and frustrating. Now we have already had a little chat. We haven't got any frustrating points for the week,
No.
but have we got any sad points of the week?
Look, I've got one sad thing that happened to me this week. On our way home from camping, I said to Don, stop the car. There's a dog on the side of the road. I'd seen 2 or 3 cars pulled over with lights on, and I could see something laying on the road, and I said, Don, stop the car. Don said, how do you know it's not a kangaroo? I said, Don, it's a dog, I can see it. So stopped, I ran back, and there were people standing there with this dog on the ground, and they said, we don't know what to do. And immediately I started to feel the dog, see if I could see if it was still alive. Rigor mortis hadn't set in. As I touched him, he gasped, and then he stopped, and I started to feel for a pulse, and there was no pulse anymore. So I started CPR on the dog, and I gave it my all. I wasn't able to save the dog. I think the thing was, he had been on the side of the road, somebody had hit the dog and didn't stop. Now, there was a timeline worked out that the dog had been on the side of the road for about half an hour, been hit and hurt. When I got there, he'd only just died. Now, in my best efforts, I couldn't bring him back. I was covered in blood. I was able to scan him for a microchip and called his owner, and I waited until his owner came down, and then I helped him put the dog in the car. It's really, really sad that a number of things happened. One, no tag on the collar for somebody to call the owner immediately so that they could be with their dog. 2, he wouldn't have made it down to the Newcastle emergency vet, probably. But what people don't know in our area is we've now just had a local vet now open during the week now, up until a certain time at night. Lawn vets are now opening after hours. But if you find an injured animal, it is really crucial that you get them medical help as soon as you possibly can. I just felt like I wish I could have saved him. So I guess that was my sad. My sad point was that, you know, I would have loved for the owner to been able to get to that animal before he passed away, to say his goodbye or you know, anything. I wish that he could have got to medical help. I wish the person that hit the dog had stopped. You know, 30 minutes might have made a big difference to that dog. We know there was a 30-minute time frame from when somebody around the corner went past and he wasn't there to when he came back, and to another two other people. So we sort of think there was a 30-minute window there. Just sad that you can't stop and offer, you know, it's not your fault that the dog ran out in front of your car. Absolutely. The dog shouldn't have been on the road. It's really sad when you can't stop. You know you hit something. That's my sad point.
Okay, so that was your very sad point of the week, and we're going to end on a happy note.
Look, my happy point is getting the animals out, you know. It's getting harder and harder. But getting pregnant cats out, it's really, really hard. All facilities struggle getting cats out. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy that we've got such good support, great networking. And it's really great to see animals get out of a pound. We get a lot of lists sent to us as well from other shelters, and it's getting harder and harder to do that. So I'm pretty happy that we're able to do that.
Awesome.
So that's our week that was. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're really grateful if you do that every single week. I hope I'm not boring you. If there is something that you want us to talk about, please drop us a line. If you've got any suggestions for Sunday Sangers, we're all ears. Because every week we sit there and think, what are we going to do this week? So yeah, come at us. If you want us to talk about anything, if you've got any questions that you wouldn't mind knowing, we're happy to talk about it. Reach out to us.